Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. I've got Claudia Grandjean, founder and president of Digitata Networks American with me. Claudia, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right, give us some background on you, Digitata, and then let's drive into the new press release that you talked about and what you're doing here.
Okay. So Claudia Grandjean, or Grandjean, any way you prefer. I've been in the telecom industry for over 30 years, came out of both my undergraduate and my graduate as an engineer, and worked with a variety of large vendors into the telecom space, into smaller vendors, and then most recently more on the private side with small innovative companies. So Digitata Networks has been around for about 10 years already, working closely with operators around the world in delivering our solutions. And so we've made some good progress over the last 3 years in expanding our global footprint. And so it's time to really open up an entity here in the Americas to serve the customers that we've already started working with more close to home, and also to expand, which is a really critical part of our business strategy as Digitata Network. So I've opened up this women-owned and operated entity called Digitata Networks Americas to drive the innovations into this region.
Okay, give me a service list, an idea of what you're actually doing.
So we're a solutions company, and we deliver network-centric and subscriber-centric solutions that help mobile network operators monitor, control, and audit their network regardless of the technology. I won't get too techy, but 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. No, regardless of the domain, whether it's on the edge of the network or in the core of the network, and regardless of the equipment supplier, whether the equipment is coming from an Ericsson, a Nokia, Cisco, or even, I'll say, even the Chinese vendors. So we're helping the operators monitor and control those solutions and automate some of their most laborious processes that they have internally to improve their subscribers' experience more efficiently, and to allow them to spend their time on really bringing in more innovation and disruption to their subscribers.
When you say some of the laborious tasks, and I assume it works on all platforms, whether it's mobile or so on, but laborious tasks, what do you mean?
A typical engineer could be spending weeks mining data across all of this equipment to try to actually get to root cause of subscriber issues. And we bring visibility into what are really hundreds of millions of parameters, just the way that these elements are set, all the little special variables that drive this equipment. We could bring visibility into a single platform, and then we automatically identify discrepancies and anomalies in the network, and provide automation to fix those that might take otherwise weeks for an engineer. That's one of the platforms that we provide as well. We have others that are more subscriber-centric as well.
Like?
So we have a customer experience solution. One that is an agent on a device that allows visibility into the incidents that a subscriber might have, and brings visibility back into a central point, and really closes the gap between identification of a customer problem and the resolution, and even giving the operator the chance to proactively go to a subscriber and say, hey, we identified that you had an issue and we fixed it, and maybe even provide some sort of remuneration to them for the troubles that they may have had on the network.
I get the feeling that you're really cutting edge when it comes to technology. So is it machine learning also involved with this?
Yes, it's the term is artificial intelligence and machine learning are a bit of a catchphrase. Yeah. But it really is it's really what we do. It's exactly what we do, yes.
All right, the types of clients that come to you, the types of clients that you really prefer to come to you, open that up.
So our classic customer is a mobile network operator. We work within either the operational team, sometimes it's the finance team, because we also have ways of automatically tracking assets in a way that has been really, again, very manual and laborious for the operator. And so we are solving those problems for everything from sort of the chief commercial officer, or the chief customer officer, to the chief technical officer, to the chief financial officer. So even though we're a very small company, very often we're working with that C-suite within the major mobile operator. And so it's with those operators, for Digitata Networks Americas, it's those operators within the Americas, whether it be in the US or Canada or Mexico. We also have lots of use cases that are with suppliers of managed services contracts for major operators, because those very things that they're trying to take off the hands of the mobile network operators are those things that they themselves struggle with to deliver in an efficient way and a professional way to the operators.
What about industry sectors? Give me some of the ones that are naturally graduating to you, and then as human nature goes, they don't know what they don't know yet.
Yeah.
And those that need to be with you.
Yeah. So certainly it cuts across both the wireless and the wireline on the telecom side, and into the triple play players as well. And then we also, because of the way that we're dealing with assets and visibility into IoT in the field, now we're also working with a centralized site control solution that applies not just to the telecom space but to the enterprise space as well.
Well, let me rephrase that. What I meant was, logistics is obvious.
Yeah.
That would work with you. But
Yeah.
it seems to me that anything that is dynamic, whether it's, especially the media industry,
Yes.
which is very dynamic, you're always trying to chase that moving object to be able to
Yes.
stay ahead of that curve and drive them into where you're going. I get the feeling that that is also a big space for you too.
We definitely have a lot of ambitious views of how we can expand beyond the telecom. Right now, our focus is in bringing the innovation to the telecom space, where it's very ripe. But certainly, as we look at the use cases for the way we consolidate information, the way we bring correlation across data from vast different spaces, it has lots of applicability in other spaces as well. Yes.
Okay. What other things you want to bring out in today's conversation that really most people don't have?
Yeah, so I think really one of the things that we are doing is really looking at this space of customer experience management, which has been a bit of another catchphrase in the industry for the last several years. And when customer experience management became a bit of the catchphrase, it was really about bridging not only the subscriber's experience on the network, but their experience in problem resolution by the operator, their experience in their value that they perceived. And so it was a way for operators to really close the gap between their technology side and their customer care side.
Which is rough sometimes.
It is rough sometimes, because not only is it an ever-growing and complex network with the technologies as they evolve, but the organizations themselves are highly complex and siloed within the operator.
So would an insurance company, say, really be able to improve what you're doing, an online merchant be able to improve what they're doing by utilizing your services?
Well, certainly there is those extensions of it, but within going back again to the telecom space, if we look at the way that we're closing the gaps from finding a technical problem with a customer and allowing to resolve that, really driving to root cause. We're allowing the operators to simulate customer experience in a way that identifies problems really, by living as a subscriber does, not on a hypothetical side of the technical issues in the network, and closing the gap between even being able to identify those problems before subscribers are seeing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We're also looking at this vast problem of here's how I plan to deploy my network and here's how it actually is deployed, and being able to show those kinds of discrepancies. So that the bridging of the organizations as as well, and allowing for this. This anticipation of customer problems by a customer care team that sometimes sits in a very different sort of silo from the operational teams that's resolving problems in the network. Those are some of the breakthroughs that we're really bringing to the operator.
What makes you different than anybody else in your business?
Well, I think it may sound a little unexpected, but we didn't really set out to be a disruptor ourselves.
Okay, just kind of happened, huh?
Well, yes, indeed. But what we really aimed to do was to provide a better way for our customers, the mobile network operators, to be disruptors. So to take away their pain points, so that they could really bring the kind of disruption innovation to their customers. What we found, though, is that by being sort of relentlessly focused on the day-to-day problems that our customers have, by bringing pragmatic solutions about how to monitor, control, and audit, and then automate their tasks, that we brought a very different approach that is being recognized, has been recognized now for several years by many operators around the globe, and now in this region, they are really delivering a fantastic ROI from our technology, but our sort of our solution approach and our really serving their needs and really focusing on what their pain points are.
Now, you told me earlier, if I got this right, that you're a woman-centric business?
Women-owned and operated, yes.
Okay, what caused that to occur, and where does that glide path take us?
Yeah, so I happen to be a woman.
As a very attractive woman, a very intelligent one, so yes.
So I was working with Digitata Networks and their parent company, for the last 3 years as their chief commercial officer,
right.
And helping them really drive a broader global footprint out of the very secure position that they had amongst the African operators, the MTNs and the Airtels.
Okay.
And so that had a fair amount of success. And it allowed us to really make some great strides in this region, which had really been untouched.
So are you saying that here's an example in a region that's mainly male-dominated,
yeah.
that you excelled because you were women? No.
No.
You excelled because?
No, and
how did this? I mean,
we excelled because of the innovation and the approach and the very clear focus on the return on investment for our customers.
But somebody at the C-suite says, no, this is women-owned, operated, and that's our path. How'd that get in there?
So it is.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah. So the fact that I agreed with the board to open up this entity to focus on this region,
right.
And knowing a little bit, especially about the U.S. operators, not so much in the Latin America or Canada, but the U.S. operators actually do have a focus on diversity spend, mm-hmm. And so the fact that I was building this entity. And it's a partnership with Digitata Networks. It's an asset to the business to be able to go to those procurement organizations and say,
we're
we're certified.
Vacuum that needs
yes.
to get filled. I get it.
Right, but they didn't seek me out because they wanted to open up a women's owned business. I'd been working with them, and when we decided to do this partnership, we realized that there was a bit of an advantage to garner some of that diversity spend in the region.
I get it, and I know that. I mean, just from talking to you,
mm-hmm.
I know that your success really is based on the performance that you're bringing to the
mm-hmm.
market, based
mm-hmm.
on the disruption you're bringing to the market.
Yeah.
It's just a value add that you happen to be in a sector that's in hot demand mm-hmm. for that spend.
Exactly.
There's financial advisors all over the world just going, okay, I need a woman to do a woman-centric business to be able to fulfill my portfolio. Mm-hmm. And I don't see that shrinking. We have lots of, as a matter of fact, we're trying to do a women's show. So we're always trying to find people that are in that industry sector mm-hmm. that can make it happen. What else you want to tell the audience before? Well,
I hope that this will be the first of many visits as we have successes in the region. So I really appreciate the interest, and it's very good to chat with you.
Oh, I was so happy to have you, and absolutely, yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Great.
Okay.
All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us, and you're going to be seeing Claudia more often on our shows as we spin them out. So like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.